Let's get right into it. No. 11. You are not secretly eating spiders at night. That fact about swallowing 8 spiders a year while you sleep, it is not true. Those 8-legged snacks are not sneaking into your mouth. Spiders think you are about as appealing as a giant at night, vibrating mountain every breath you take. Every snore you make tells them to stay away. Your breathing and heartbeat are like earthquake warnings to them. To a spider, your sleeping body is basically a massive, noisy moving disaster zone. Spiders have super sensitive legs that detect the tiniest vibrations. They wouldn't walk towards those scary vibrations. They'd run the other way fast. They're busy building webs in quiet corners and hunting actual insects. Exploring your mouth. The whole myth probably started as a joke article about how people believe anything online, or just to freak people out. You're more likely to win the lottery while being struck by lightning than to actually swallow a spider in your sleep. No, 10. Your blood was never blue. Your teacher might have told you that blood is blue until it hits oxygen. That's wrong. Your blood was never blue. Even for a second, it's always red. Just different shades, depending on how much oxygen it's carrying. When it's full of oxygen, your blood is bright red. When it's low on oxygen, it's darker red. You might point out the blue veins. You can see through your ski. That's just your eyes getting tricked by physics. When light hits your ski, the red light gets absorbed by your tissue and blood vessels, but the blue light bounces around. When that scattered blue light reaches your eyes, your brain thinks, yep, must be blue blood in there. But your brain is wrong. Medical textbooks even color code veins blue and arteries red, just to make it easier to tell them apart on paper, while human blood is always red. Some other creatures actually do have blue blood. Octopuses and horseshoe crabs have genuine blue blood. Number 9. Toilet water doesn't swirl backwards down under. You've probably heard that. Toilets flush clockwise in the northern hemisphere and counterclockwise in Australia. That whole thing about toilets flushing differently down under is total nonsense. Your toilet doesn't care which hemisphere it's in. The direction of the swirl depends entirely on how the toilet is built. The shape of the bowl, the angle of the water jets, even tiny imperfections in the portulae decide the directio. You might be thinking about the Coriolis effect. You know, the force that makes hurricanes spin different directions in different hemispheres. Unless your toilet is the size of Texas, the Coriolis effect isn't going to do anything. The force is so weak it only works on massive things, like storms and ocean currents. It's about 10 million times weaker than gravity. At that scale, scientists did manage to show a tiny difference, but only in hyper-controlled lab conditions. Your average toilet isn't a precise scientific setup. It flushes whatever way the manufacturer designed it to flush. No, 8 bats aren't blind buddies. That phrase blind as a bat is completely wrong. Bats can actually see very well, sometimes better than humans, especially at night. Their eyes are packed with special cells called rods that help them see in the dark. It's like they're wearing built-in night vision goggles. Some bats can even see colors that we can't, like ultraviolet light and vampire. Bats have heat vision built into their noses. They can literally see the heat coming from blood vessels. But bats don't just rely on their eyes. They use a dual system, vision and echolocatio. Imagine having both a flashlight and radar in your head. They're flying around using both sight and sonar.